The dim glow of Ryan's phone screen flickered, casting eerie shadows across his bedroom. The only sound was the steady drumming of rain against the window. Outside, the night was quiet, too quiet. Ryan adjusted his camera, his reflection visible in the lens. His dark eyes glistened with a mix of excitement and unease. He ran a hand through his messy hair, took a deep breath, and hit record. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're trying something different, something dangerous. A pause, a nervous chuckle. You've all heard of the Charlie challenge, right? The game where you summon a spirit by balancing pencils on a piece of paper? Apparently, if Charlie answers, you have to keep playing. And if you don't say goodbye properly, well, he glanced at the sheet before him, where yes and no were scrawled in uneven strokes. His fingers traced the words, his skin prickling. Sounds like internet nonsense, right? Outside, a gust of wind rattled the window. The air inside felt denser, colder. Ryan hesitated. His throat felt dry. Let's find out if it's real. He placed two sharpened pencils in a cross, balancing the top one delicately. The chat on his live stream exploded. Don't do it, bro. Stop. Ryan, this isn't a game. He licked his lips and whispered, Charlie, are you here? For a moment, nothing. Silence. Then, the pencil moved. Ryan's breath hitched. The top pencil trembled, then slowly, deliberately, turned to yes. His chat flooded. Fake. That was just the wind. Nah, I'm out. Ryan let out a shaky laugh. Okay, that was weird. Let's ask another question. He leaned in, his fingers trembling slightly. Charlie, do you want to play? The pencil spun faster this time. Yes. Then, a knock at the door. Ryan froze. His parents were asleep. His sister was at a friend's house. Another knock, louder. The door creaked open an inch, revealing nothing but pure darkness beyond. His phone vibrated with a new comment. Ryan, there's someone behind you. His stomach dropped. He spun around. Nothing. Swallowing, he turned back to his screen. Okay, you guys are messing with me. That was creepy though. He reached forward to end the game, but before he could say goodbye, the pencil spun violently, scraping against the paper as if something unseen had grabbed it. No! Ryan's computer screen glitched. His livestream chat vanished, replaced by a single message. You invited me. Now I play with you. His lights flickered. The temperature plummeted. His breath curled in the air like mist. Then, the whispers began. Low, guttural murmurs slithered through the room, coming from every direction. Ryan's pulse pounded. Hello? The door creaked open wider. Something moved inside the darkness. A shadow stretched along the floor, too fast, too unnatural. It didn't crawl. It didn't walk. It simply spread, like ink bleeding through fabric. Ryan snatched his phone, his voice a frantic whisper. Guys, this isn't funny anymore. Is someone in my house? Static crackled in his headphones. His live stream cut out, and then the whispering stopped. His body locked up. His limbs refused to move. His head turned on its own. A face loomed inches from his, grinning, eyeless, watching. Ryan screamed, stumbling backward. His chair crashed to the floor. The shadow surged forward, slamming into him. A force colder than ice pressed against his chest, suffocating him. Then, the voice came, inside his head. You didn't say goodbye. His body convulsed. His fingers twitched, then curled into fists against his will. On his computer screen, his live stream flickered back on. His chat flooded with messages. Bro, why are you just standing there? Worst prank ever. Why are your eyes black? Ryan's mouth opened, but it wasn't his voice that spoke. Charlie is here. His head twisted unnaturally to the side. Crack. The shadow wrapped around him like smoke, seeping, sinking, consuming. And just like that, Ryan was gone. The next morning, Ryan's mother found him sitting motionless at his desk, his eyes wide, unblinking. The room reeked of something rotten. His computer was still on, but the screen displayed only a single word: yes. They rushed him to the hospital. The doctors said he was in a catatonic state, unresponsive, trapped. But at night, the nurses whispered about him, how his lips moved when no one was watching, how they sometimes heard a soft giggle in the darkness, and how, if you stood too close, you could hear pencils moving on his desk, spelling out the same word over and over again. Play? Months later, Ryan's YouTube channel was deleted. His friends refused to speak about him, but one night, an old video resurfaced on the dark web, his final live stream. At the end of the footage, just before the screen cut to black, Ryan's frozen face twitched. His lips curled into a slow, unnatural smile, and in the static, a voice whispered, Charlie, do you want to play? The screen went black. Some say if you watch the video at exactly 3 a.m., you'll hear a knock at your door. If you answer it, you might see Ryan standing there. Or worse, you might hear a pencil moving on your desk, waiting for you to ask the question you should never ask. Because once you invite him in, Charlie never leaves.